Morning, afternoon, or evening. My name is Caleb Kenner, and this is my game project called Rengaku. Rengaku meaning Purgatory in Japanese. So you start out as an adventurer who's trying to find this forgotten temple, and they were told not to go here because it was cursed. Yada yada yada. You get the gist. Uh, and there's a few things around the level just for like the players, um, just to play around with. Uh, the player starts off facing towards the map. I come over here and check out the map, and it will show the landmark in the distance, the tower on top of the church or the temple that we need to head to. There's some out of bounds warnings for the player over here. And then if they get any further, it just shows that the bridge is broken. They cannot go any further. When coming down here, the player will run into some bramble, and they'll get the message that they can burn it with a fire spell. Go over here to the left, is hidden path. Grab a chest. After that, sorry for the improper spelling. Shows that the fire spell can provide light, dark spaces. And as the fireball grows, it grows with strength, but also makes it hard to see. That is not a feature, but it felt balancing enough to stay in. Just small cinematic showing the church in some more detail, or the temple again, and slowly revealing their next objective after they get into the temple. It's the sealed door. The player can go around a couple of different ways. The church is split from this giant fault line in the pass, the same fault line that the bridge was crossing, and split the church down the middle. This is the magic seal puzzle, just a simple ball and maze. The player has to get ball through the other side to complete it, and then they can enter to the dungeon. Now, the dungeon is procedurally generated, so it's every time if the player does die in the dungeon, they'll restart back here, and every time it'll be a different layout. Same with these torches. Every torch has a 50% chance to spawn lit or unlit. You can just light them on fire. The dungeon generator is a tool I made from scratch using wave function collapse. Each room, it's not necessarily on a tile, but each room does have the same size, most of them, and with that size, or with that room, they have the chance to, or they have preferred neighbors, and they have a chance to spawn with their preferred neighbors. This one I got kind of lucky. It got a triple gold chest room, or for the puzzle room. This is an enemy spawner. The enemies will run up, attack you. If you get too far, they'll run into your into like a defensive radius around you before strafing for a second. And after strafing for a second, they'll run up to attack. These are trap rooms. There aren't really traps in them, but they are, you can fall and die. This is where the player can practice their platforming skills. The puzzles in these puzzle rooms are randomized. I again was lucky to get 3 chests. But also got the same puzzle again. I didn't mention earlier, but enemy spawners, they show how much health the enemy rooms have, or the enemy, how many enemies can spawn in that room by the rows of red crystals in the collision sensor. Every time an enemy spawns, one of the rows go away. Dying does restart you, as it is a rogue-like. And the player can set down to make breadcrumbs, so they do get lost. They can try it find their way. The boss room is set to spawn in the furthest place from the. We'll try to spawn the furthest exit from the entrance, from the entry point, the spawn point. But again, it's really generated, so you can't have a chance to spawn closer or really far. This is a staircase room. This room alone is what allows the dungeon to have floors. And I just gave it, instead of giving it the average or the typical 3 exits, 1 entry point, this one has 1 entry point and 7 exits. As you see here, nothing spawned out, or no room's connected to it. If no room connects to a room, then they will be automatically closed off. However, as you see here, this is multiple of the same room, but because they're the same room, each room has a join chance, and also a ability to join. Some rooms that is just turned off. Trap rooms, explore rooms, which is the rooms with the pillars, and combat rooms all have all the rooms with the chances to join each other, to add some sense of breaking up redundancy. Here's the entrance. You see, one of the crystals went away after the enemy spawned, and if I wait a bit longer, the crystal goes away. The enemies will spawn in a random direction, in a random spot. Anyway, once it's all over, once they all die, they'll go. Something down here since all those will be covered. That specifically for the Explore room, when they join, if they're by themselves, they'll have all 4 pillars. But the more rooms that they join next to, the less pillars spawn, to add a sense of eeriness for larger rooms. Here's a different puzzle. Most of my puzzles, I tried to add a risky way and a safe way. This one's a little more obvious, which was the risky way, which was the safe way. There, so I know where it came from, where I've been. I tried personally to only try set points down places that I've cleared to avoid any confusion, but every player is different. Again, I'm trying to complete all this stuff as fast as possible, as well as showing you guys as much as possible. Stairs we tried to do this for it. Leaving the room does stop the spawning, so if you're not in there, the spawners will just keep more enemies. This is right here's a good example of a larger support room from the combination of them, and as you can see, there's getting pretty sparse. Perfect. There it is. So this is the boss room. I made the entrance point a little bit more significantly different from the other rooms. One it has a I don't know what's a extruded entrance, as well as a brighter entrance and a red carpet leading into it. Some of the rooms did have red carpets, but this one is unique to itself. As well as it has a puzzle on the door itself. Just to show both sides of it. Now take the long side. So once you beat the boss, once you beat the puzzle, take you into the boss room, showing 3 ways to get over. It's not randomized. I should have made it that way, but it will destroy this path. You will have to go back multiple times, as you can see for the 3 bars up in there, the 3 jewels, or rows of jewels. And after each way you go, it will destroy the first one, and then the second one, and then that's the last one. But from the playtesting I've seen, I should have made it randomized. You can see the boss is pretty strong. I send you back to the beginning, not as a way to discourage you, but to force the player to show mastery of their skills, doing a puzzle and platforming each time. I try to be careful. Oh, and I died. I did make his attacks a bit too fast. It can be a little tricky to beat, um, but essentially just following that pattern I was doing, running around, getting him to miss an attack and then attacking him is the best way to defeat him. So as you can see, right here, the wounds, well, this one spawned only one because it still has its back right here. But hopefully that's entirely different. Huge ring there. And yeah, that's pretty much the project. After the boss fight is a couple of chests for the player can just so the player can leave with some gold in case they missed any, and then also to exit. That is my project. Thank you for listening.